Andy, I hope you had a good Washington's birthday weekend.
I guess I did. You think about some of the great presidents that have led this incredible country, and how fortunate we are to live in the United States of America, even today when we see so many challenges and we're at this crossroads. We're just truly fortunate to live in this country.
We really are, and that's one of the reasons I still like to call it Washington's birthday holiday, because when we just call it presidents, then it's just relativism, right? Jerry Ford is as important as Ronald Reagan, who's as important as James Buchanan, right?
Jimmy Carter,
Jimmy. Yeah, you can throw Jim, right? Right. It's funny.
Or Jerry Carter.
Jerry Carter, Jimmy Ford. Andy, I want to talk to you about schools, but before I do that for a second, I just had an interesting couple of calls with some listeners about, elected representatives and senators who quote unquote get it. What do I mean by it? What's the it? That Western civilization hangs in the balance, to put no finer a point on it. That we are in a regime struggle right now, and you either get that or you don't. And I said I could probably name 4 U.S. senators who I think get it. I don't know if I can get to 6, and maybe that's uncharitable of me. Maybe you could, and I could name several members of the House, starting with you, of course, Andy. What percentage of elected Republicans in the Senate and the House get that we're in a regime struggle here, and that Western civilization is in the balance? Unless you think I'm overstating it.
No, I would say I guess in the House that a little over 25%.
Okay.
Really get that.
Okay.
I mean, really. So I would say the members of the Freedom Caucus, by and large, get that, and then I can give you probably another 5 to 10 people outside that really get it as well. Now there are others that talk about it, but they don't act like it.
Yeah.
And so for me to say you really get it, you not only are talking about it, you're taking action.
Right.
And you're trying to find some way to stop it.
Will I get you in trouble if I give you my Senate list? Would you rather I didn't? I'll give you my Senate list.
No,
because I want to know if I'm forgetting someone. It's my point. I think Tom Cotton. I think Ted Cruz. I think Rand Paul. I think Ron Johnson. Who am I missing?
Mike Lee.
Mike Lee. Okay, good.
I would give Mike Lee. I would say that. Gosh, who's the guy? It's not Cassidy, because he doesn't get it, but the other Louisiana
Kennedy.
Senator, Kennedy. I think he probably.
I do too. I think you're right to add him. I think you're right to add John Kennedy. Yeah, I think you're right.
And in my.
That's funny. Forgetting John Kennedy's name is funny.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the guy who goes into the drugstore, Andy, and says to the pharmacist, "Can you tell me where the acetylsalicylic acid is?" And the pharmacist says, "You mean aspirin?" The guy goes, "Yeah, aspirin. I forgot what you called it."
Well, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah. John Kennedy.
John Kennedy.
I'll give you one more. I'll give you perhaps 2 more.
Okay.
Perhaps 2 more. And I would say that they're on the cusp. And I would
Josh
say
Hawley. Josh Hawley, I should add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would add. I want to add anyway is Rick Scott. I think he's close. I think Rick's close. I think Tim Scott's close.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, they're on the edge.
Yep.
I think they really.
I agree with that.
They understand. Yeah,
I agree with it.
That there's something, and I think there's others that feel and understand that something's happening, but it's so easy for so many of them to just get locked in that D.C. bubble. I was just thinking about that today.
I was thinking about it in the context of McConnell's speech. What was the point of that? There was no point in that unless he's trying to appease, the donor and lobbyist class or something, I guess.
Well, I mean, even Lindsey Graham said, and you know that you got a left-wing problem when even Lindsey Graham is saying,
I was going to say Lindsey Graham 50% of the time. Half the time, Lindsey Graham.
No, see, and I don't think Lindsey knows that there's something going on, but Lindsey, like he is a total amnesty dude. Mm-hmm. He just is a total open borders guy.
Right.
And I believe that if you don't understand that open borders is going to really push us perhaps over the edge, whether it's economically or any other way that might happen. I just don't think that you really get it, because the border is so serious.
I think you're right. It goes to sovereignty too, doesn't it, Andy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You got sovereignty issues. You've got look. We're
you do such a good job, by the way, for the audience that doesn't know. Andy takes congressional delegations regularly. I was privileged to be on one to see the border. So you've done a good job on educating our fellow representatives, your fellow representatives, on that, and citizens. So thank you for doing that.
Yeah, no, I mean, they need to see it. It comes alive for them. I mean, I've had one guy that's come on 3 trips with me because he says you just can't understand it till you get down here.
Yeah, I didn't. So I thought I understood it until you showed it to me. Yeah, I thought. Yeah. It was good.
So, but I mean, economic, it'll have ramifications on us. Look, we allow 2 million people into the country legally every year. Mm-hmm. We want people to assimilate. People say, "Oh, you're xenophobic if you want people to assimilate." No. We want people to assimilate because we believe in certain principles in this country about we believe in individual freedom. We believe in free markets. We believe that the less government, the better. We believe in individual accountability. We believe that we have not only a heritage that we have to live up to, but we have a future and destiny that we have to live up to be that light, that beacon on the hill of freedom for the rest of the world, and that requires assimilation and acceptance.
If we don't have assimilation,
the American values.
If we don't have assimilation, we will not have a country that people want to keep coming to.
Right.
To preserve the magnet, you have to preserve the magnet. Why is it they want to come here? We can turn it into Venezuela, and then we can have an exodus problem, I suppose. Or we can keep the American way of life and keep drawing immigrants, which is a good thing.
Well, and we use the term magnet or incentives. We all respond to incentives.
Sure.
But for people on the right who believe this country was great, is great, can be great, for us, that is the magnet for people wanting to come, and they want to come. But for the other side, they do things, and they have a different reason, but they're going to provide incentives like you can come in here illegally.
Yep.
We're going to grant you amnesty.
Yeah.
We're not going to vet
you.
By the way, we're not going to even test you for COVID.
You're right.
For sakes, but if you're going to take a flight to Florida, we're going to put you. You got to get a COVID test.
You're right.
That's the kind of craziness we've got.
We didn't even get to schools, Andy. We got into philosophy. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Well, maybe you'll just have to come back again later this week.